All right, so what I have here is one of the older BBE Sonic Maximizers, a 482 original black and blue face. I love using these for adding more punch and definition to kick drums, more weight to bass guitars, or more clarity to acoustic guitars and drum overheads. I don't use them a lot, but I use them often, and I love them. This one's obviously seen better days, and that's because this was damaged in the 2015 flood we had here in the southeast. While I've restored a lot of the gear that got damaged in the flood when I lost my studio and house and that, I still have a good bit of stuff to get through. I have like five or so more pieces of outboard gear that I need to fix, and I've got some guitars I need to do. So actually, if you enjoy this video, hit the like button, comment, let me know, and I'll make an effort to actually share, document these restorations and share with you. I'm not going to try and make this a perfect restoration because it's a BBE Sonic Maximizer. It's cool, but I just want it cleaned and up and running, right? I know that it works. We just got to clean everything out, and that's going to start with, of course, disassembling everything. Being that I went through the flood in 2015 and I know what it's like, and I'm still dealing with things from that, it sucks. And with people going through that now because of the hurricane that just went through the southeast here, um, you know, if you weren't affected and you can donate, please do. Um, you know, Events like this they affect people much more deeply than you realize. You can say, oh, well, you're lucky you just lost things and things can be replaced. It's really not that simple. The loss actually matters. It affects you. I mean, why do you think I'm spending time restoring a BBE Sonic Maximizer? Is because of the sentimental value, the over 20 years of music, or well, almost 20 years, 15 years of music I used this making, and I want it back. So if you can donate, donate. If you were affected and you need some gear, you'll want to try and restore some gear. Or if you know somebody who's affected who may want to try and restore some gear, message me. I'm happy to see what I can do to help out. Hit me up through here and I can get you to my email address and we can go from there. But of course, once we get this disassembled here, I have a jar and a spray bottle filled with a cleaner. It's a concoction of a couple cleaners that are electronic safe that I use. Something I kind of created over the years, kind of perfecting a little bit of this process. And, what I do is I just spray down the circuit board here and I have a soft bristled toothbrush that I use for hitting the more open main sections of the board, which you'll see here, and you can see all the, mud, the 2015 flood mud that I'm pulling up off of the board. And, I'll hit the major open sections when it comes to getting between components like, capacitors that are close together or in between LEDs or underneath pots and things like that. I do have a variety of different size wire or pipe cleaners that I use here to get around the board and clean up. And from there, once I have a good enough cleaning that I feel like I've gotten to a good space, I'll give it another spray down. And then, what I'll do from there is I will, from there I'll give it a pat down after I spray it down. I'll give it a nice pat down with a lint-free rag, and then I take it to another room where I have a dehumidifier and I'll let it sit for a couple hours is about all it needs. At this point in time, we're on day 2. But, this was finished drying in the dehumidifier about 2 hours after I had put it in there. And I'm just going back over it. I can now see the places that I may have not gotten clean enough or may have missed, and I'm going to spray it down again and, give it another cleaning and then spray it down again, pat it down, get it back into the dehumidifier a second time. I'll check it a third time. If I need to clean further, I will typically. And in this case, cleaning it twice was perfectly enough. And from there, it starts the assembly process, getting it back together. you know, and here, as I'm assembling it back into place and I get it almost together, and I'm now to the point where I'm going to be utilizing a lot of the washers and nuts. I'm seeing that some of these are, in fact, you know, a little bit rusted. So I'm holding on to the pieces with a pair of needle nose pliers, and I'm taking the wire brush and I'm just cleaning it by hand, and then you know, getting everything buttoned back up. And then, of course, once everything's buttoned back up, you know, the next thing to do is get it into the studio and check it out and make sure that everything works well, that there's no noise issues and so forth. I obviously used, you know, contact cleaner on all the knobs and switches, and cleaned out all of the you know, audio connectors and all that good stuff. So at this point in time, it's ready to rock and roll. So we're going to take it down in the studio, and I'm going to let you check it out on kick drum to prove that the restoration was a success. Again, I hope you enjoyed the video. If so, hit the like button, and I will document other restorations I'm working on.